Going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Tuesday, and it is the 27th of October. Going to give you a quick rundown. We're going to give you a full week's recap, basically, tell you kind of what we ended up with profit margin-wise, and that's something we're going to start doing every week. At either the very end of the week on Sunday night or sometime Monday, Tuesday, we're going to be doing a full week's recap. Now, obviously, the daily recaps are done on the daily videos, so I'm not going to go and break down every single game in its entirety, but we will give you what we did as far as profit and loss. One thing that we always do that you will not see other services doing is adding, if they actually go over their wins or losses and they actually talk about, ROI and things like that, they never seem to want to include the tax, the juice, the vig, whatever you want to call it. They don't include that. And when you lose something, when you lose an investment that you make, you are going to lose not just the initial buy-in price. So if you bet, something standard at minus $1.10, there's 10% on there that you have to include. And so for all the people that like to go out and use a unit system and like to preach, oh, we're up 1,000 units this week, because we're 7-2 or whatever it is, but they're never including anywhere from the 10 to sometimes up to 50% juice that they're going to pay in the event of one of those losses. So we always have I included that as part of it, and we will continue to do so. So even though for the past couple of weeks we've had some slower starts to the week, being that there hasn't been as much sports going on now that the NHL and NBA are completed for the year, but we've only got a few more weeks of that. In a few weeks, college basketball will be up and running, so we'll be back to 7 full days of action every week. Just right now, after you get past Monday Night Football, and then obviously going into next week, there won't be any baseball. So you're going to have a couple of just lull days before you get into Thursday Night Football, Friday Night Football, and then 2 jam-packed days for the weekend. So this week started out going 1-1 on Monday. As you guys know, we went 1-0 with a top play on Tuesday, 1-1 on Wednesday. Thursday was really our only down day. We went 1-3. But 2 different plays had gone differently, we would have been 3-1. Friday brought it right back with a 4-1 day. Saturday, that was the only day that we dropped money over the weekend, even though in college football we actually won. We actually made money in college football, especially when you count the 4 total free plays that we gave out as futures bets. For that particular weekend, we gave them out early in the week. They were all underdogs they were catching points, and every single one of them, as we told you, won outright. 2 of them very easily too. They absolutely blew the doors off of them. Sunday, we also ended up making money. So we did drop some because we did end up having a game of the week that dropped on Saturday. And it was the most unreal thing. We talked about it on the video the other day, the way that the Dodgers lost that game. Literally, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 2 strikes, 1 more strike, the game was over, and we would have covered that win. But 2 errors on the same play, you can't make this stuff up. So we actually ended up dropping 4 units overall, because the way we do it is every premium play we release, we tell our clients you bet 1 unit of whatever your 1 unit is. We don't tell you how much it is. If you're a $100 per game bettor, your premiums are always going to be you are wagering or investing to win $100. On top plays, it's 3 units, so you're wagering or investing to win $300. Top game of the weeks is 5, game of the months is 7, game of the years is 10. And most of our players are actually $1 per unit players. So get into Sunday with what we did between NFL, and then we also had a daily top play on the Dodgers that Sunday night, easy win there. And we had a game of the month, our very first of the NFL season, on the Panthers and the Saints going over the total, which was a nice easy win. There was almost 8 minutes to go in the game when that total went over, picking up 8.7 units that day, for a total, if you would have played everything, not including NASCAR. NASCAR is actually just now getting ready to get started. It got postponed 50 laps in on Sunday. It was supposed to race on Monday, and it did not, and now it is not going until noon today. So here in about 30 minutes, that race will start. We will recap that on Wednesday. So as of right now, no NASCAR. If you are an all-access member, or if you are a normal subscription member but then bought into the higher-rated games, the 2 of them that we had this week, you would have been at plus 7.4 units. So if you were $100, to give you context, if you're a $100 per unit wager, you would have made basically $740 this week. If you are like most of our clients are, a $1 per unit bettor, you would have made $7,400 this past week. And that would have been off of normally 1 week is $100 to get 7 days of all plays, and then you would obviously have to buy the games of the week and month. But last week you could have gotten it for $70 for the whole week. You would have still had to buy those plays separately, but I mean, you still would have spent less than $300 to, not only get your investment back, but then turn a huge profit on top of it. And there were a couple of rough days in there. So, just imagine what we do on the weeks where we don't have those type of days. And if you were a $1 per unit better, or even a $500 per better, 1 year all access is the way to go. You would spend $5,200 just getting a week package every week, and that would not include NASCAR, international sports, horse racing, and it would not include games of the week, month, and year. So all those you would have to buy separately on top of that. So think about that for a second. But for $4,000, you can get the entire 1 year all access, and anything that is ever released on chasewins.com, it's yours. No questions asked. There is no buying up or upgrade or additional things you have to purchase from that point on. So think about that. This week, you are going to be able to get the 1 week pass for $80. I put a 20% off coupon directly on it, so you don't have to enter a coupon code. Just go where it says 7-day pass, where it usually is $100. You will get it for $80. There's nothing you have to add. That's going to go until midnight tonight. That's only because I was going to do that last night, but we did not have a premium play in the Monday Night Football game, so we laid off last night completely. No reason to always be in the market. Tonight we've got action on the World Series game, and we've also got a couple of plays in the KBO for Wednesday morning, as those teams are getting geared up ready to start their postseason. So plenty of action going tonight. So make sure you get on board and take advantage of that 20% off and get 7 full days of all plays, daily top plays and premium plays for $80. If we do have a game of the week or month, which I imagine we will have at least one this week with all the action we have going on, you can purchase that separately. And we are going to also release one new thing today. A all access month. Usually if you want all access and you want everything we have, you only can do it by a year. Right now, I don't know what the normal price is going to be yet, but for right now, you can get an all access month for $499. That's going to give you every premium play, every daily top play, every single sport, even NASCAR, every game of the week, game of the month, game of the year. Anything we have on this site, even NASCAR, like I said, horse racing if we have it, international sports like we have tonight, and if we have it throughout the month. You get every single thing released on chasewins.com, no matter what it is, for 1 full month for $499. So make sure you take advantage of that. Like I said, we haven't come up with exactly what the price is going to be for a normal all-access month. It will most certainly be more than $500, but you can get that right now today for $500. And that way, if you go ahead and get that, not only do you get the month, but this weekend when we have our big top plays, however many of those it ends up being, you'll be able to get those for no extra charge. It will just be on your subscription as soon as we release it. So make sure you do that, and then make sure you tune in. This is just a recap video, so tune into the next video I'm going to be posting later today or this evening. It will have another underdog free play for this weekend, and I tell you what, I'll give you a free play. We'll do a free play. I'm going to go over 8 runs, the Dodgers, Tampa Bay Rays tonight. Goslin, I think that he's a good pitcher, but the thing is they're going to be relying heavy on the bullpen tonight for the Dodgers. Blake Snell has not been himself all year in the postseason. He's been nothing to brag about. The Dodgers are going to get to him, period. They're not going to keep the Dodgers from scoring. Nobody is, but especially not the way Blake Snell's pitching. And being that the Rays hit right-handers a lot better than left-handers, which is what they've had to go up against the last 2 games against the Dodgers, I do see them being able to generate some runs. They're going to have to be aggressive at the plate early. I think this total should have come out at 9. I mean, 8.5 is where it's really been all series, and why they dropped it to 8 here, just because of a couple of games going under, which was honestly a fluke. I think that the market's almost trying to trick us. So over 8 runs, there's your free play for the World Series Game 6 tonight. We'll see if it goes any farther than this. We're on 1 win away from being able to cash in our bet that we made last year. As soon as the World Series was over for 2019, I locked in the Dodgers, told everybody to lock it in. We've talked about it for a year now, about the Dodgers winning the 2020 World Series, and they're 1 win away from doing so, and that puts us at another championship futures prediction cashing in. We've already cashed in on the Lakers, which we did before the season started, when they had 4 teams favored above them, which was the Clippers, the Bucks, the Celtics, and one more, maybe the Toronto Raptors. And we also cashed in on the Tampa Bay Lightning before the season started. They also won the Stanley Cup, so we are just rolling on those. So one more win, we'll be able to cash in another one, and that one was at 10-1 odds when we put it in. So hopefully that'll happen. But in Game 6, I think the smartest play on the board would be over 8 runs. Dodgers, Rays. I'll see you back for another video. It'll be a futures play for this weekend in football. Make sure you jump on one of the specials, and I'll see you back for Wednesday. Thanks, guys.